In this video, I want to look at another way that we can offer the user some predefined options to enter into a field, but still allow them to enter in something that's not in that list. So we can do that. I'm going to copy this label again by adding in an input type equals, I'm using text here, name equals animal, ID equals animal, and then make sure I'm changing my label so that it matches. So now we have favorite animal, and right now all this is going to be is a simple text box. So we have favorite animal, animal. I'm going to add in these BR elements because that bothers me a little. Those are showing up here instead of down where we had them. But now we can just enter in whatever we need to for a favorite animal. If we wanted to give the user some predefined options, we can create a data list. And this list can be wherever you want on your page. I personally like to keep them close to whatever element is using it. I do the same thing when I create image maps. I try to keep them close to whatever element is going to use that. Now the data list, you do need to give it an ID. So ID equals, I'm just going to call this animals. And then inside of here, it's going to be similar to our select list options with one difference. We do have this value, but there's no need for a closing tag on these options. So option, well, dog, cat, lizard, snake, spider. Now that we have this data list set up with these options in it, we can come back up here to this element that we want that list to be used for and give it the list attribute. So list equals whatever the ID of the list we want to use is. So I want to use the animals list. And this allows you to create multiple data lists to use with different elements. As long as you're calling the correct one by this ID, then you can use that list. And coming over here, favorite animal, it doesn't look any different after we refresh the page. We hover over it, we do have this arrow drop down. And we can see in here we have dog, cat, lizard, spider, those values that we put into those options. And we can start typing and that option or our options narrow down. I put in a D, it's bringing up anything with a D in it. So DE brings up spider, DO is going to bring up dog, and so on. Or I could put in something that's not in there and it's still going to be valid, because maybe these are just some suggestions that you have for your users, but you don't want to limit them to only those options. So this is a good way to be able to do that. Anytime that you can help your users out, it's a good idea to do so. I know a lot of times there are a ton of things that make a lot of use of select boxes because you're limiting the user to only a specific number of choices. But depending on what it is you're needing to do, if you need to allow them to enter something custom, then maybe this list option would be helpful. or an other option and then have them fill in another field if they said other, something like that.